Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In. I'm a crackhead update. Lion Willie and his pretty little girlfriend, they stayed over here at about 1 o'clock in the morning. Man, we had a good time. We sit out on the patio and talk, and we watched the movie, shot the shit. Man, and his old lady said, Lion Willie checked the Martians about messing with her. And my old lady's sister was here, so she was telling them how the Martians ate her box, and she told him she wanted to marry him. So my old lady's sister told her, say, next time the Martians show up, send them over to my house. If they can eat a box like that, I need some help bad. Tell them to come over there to see me. And she told us there, if they go down on you, you're probably gonna want to marry one of them. She said, that's okay, but send them over there to me. I need some action like that. Man, that little girl, man, she took off. Lion Willie done taught her well. She learning all the tricks to the lion game. That's my crackhead update. Y'all know what it is. Get your shanks out. And let's get ready to ride. Y'all have had couple people ask me in the comment section about different guys on death row. I worked on death row, but you don't be friendly with other convicts, especially death row inmates. You don't just walk up and dry ass start no conversation with these guys. I see them taking them out, taking them to interviews. They got their name wrote above their cell door, so I know who they are. And a lot of those guys got badass attitudes. And you got a lot of them who've never been in the prison population, so they don't know what general population is like. When they got arrested, they got charged with a capital offense, and they received the death penalty. They never been to prison before. And you just don't dry ass start a conversation with these people. Now, I would talk to the ones who would talk to me. If they would ask me a question about a football game, because they don't have TVs back there, they listen at it on the radio. What was the game like? New items in the commissary. What they got for chow. Different little bullshit questions, I'd answer them. But just going up to their cell, starting the conversation, hell no, you don't operate like that. You open the door for all type of bullshit. So the best is to leave them alone. Let them talk to you. You know, a lot of them are totally pissed. You don't have the death penalty. You walking around in general population. Prison population may not be that much, but it's better than death row. At least I get to sit and watch TV if I choose to. I can go on the rec yard. They go on the rec yard by themselves. They don't have no TVs. I can go to the library, read the newspaper, check out a book. They can't do none of that. They can check out a book off a mobile cart they push around. They can check a book off that cart. But I can actually go to the library. I can actually go to the commissary. I walk past the commissary every day going back to my housing unit. So when they got new items, they got it posted up in the window. So I know what to buy when they run commissary. Now, a lot of those guys most people on the outside don't never get to see the real death row people. You don't get to see them when they load them up in that van, taking them to Huntsville to kill them. A lot of those guys break down. Now, they get themselves together once they make it to the death chamber. But I've seen a lot of them leave out of death row crying. And be two wardens standing there. Warden don't pay them no attention. They so used to seeing that shit all in the day's work. They load them in that van and drive on out, taking them to Huntsville. They're escorted by the DPS. One in the front and one in behind. And they don't tell you what route they take. Well, I know there ain't that many routes you can take from the Pulaski unit to Huntsville. But as far as being friendly with those guys, no, you don't operate like that. Now, they got regular guys locked up on death row who don't have the death penalty. Though, if you're a high escape risk in Texas, they're gonna assign you to administrative segregation on Texas death row, because it has an electric fence on top of the building and all the way around it. It has its own generator. In case the electricity go out, the generator kicks right in for death row. So that fence is always electrified. So far, there's never been no escape from the Pulaski unit. As soon as you drive up to Pulaski, you can hear that fence humming. Got all type of signs posted telling you, do not touch this fence, you will be electrocuted. You walk over there and touch it like a damn fool if you want to. They're going to barbecue your ass. Now, when you first get to Pulaski unit, get off the bus, every inmate must go through death row. It has a chair. You sit in this chair, you put all your property, they x-ray all your property. And they x-ray you. You sit on this chair and it x-ray you. Then you pull all your clothes off, they strip search you, put your clothes back on, get your property, and they take you over to one building and lock you in the cage where you got to go. First people you're going to see at the Pulaski unit are the gang officers. First people you're going to meet are gang officers. It's a gang facility. A lot of gang members assigned to that prison. They're going to sign, you got to go interviewed by the gang officers. After that, you go back and get locked in the cage and you go see classification. And they'll assign you to your job assignment and your custody level. Now, one guy asked me about what changes did the Texas 7 make on Texas prison system. Well, they came up with the G3 classification. See, if those guys was classified as G3, a lot of them, they never would have had that job. You got over 50 years, you haven't served 10 years on that sentence. You classified as a G3 and you must live with G3 inmates, and it's limited on what job assignments you have. You definitely not going to work in the maintenance department. So they did cause classification to institute the G3 status. And that status, some prison allow those guys to go to school and college, some don't. It varies from unit to unit. But you're going to live with all G3 offenders. Everybody in that housing unit going to be G3. A guy asked me about Big Bear. Bear had a hell of a hookup with Cat. So Cat helped get this guy out of prison. He only served 22 years for triple homicide. And his name was Jane Barrage. And he was from Longview, Texas. Now, he lives here in Dallas. And I had been telling people that Cat was dead. Well, I had a lady contact me and sent me all of Cat's information. And I looked it up. Cat is alive. And she told me, she said, Cat is just as honorary as an old man as he was when he was young. He's still alive. He's an old man now, but he's still kicking. You know, Woody Harrelson's son, Charles Harrelson, the guy who assassinated the federal judge in San Antonio, Judge Wood. Me and him was talking on East Ham one day. I used to gamble with this guy on chess. He's supposed to be a professional gambler. I beat him out about $7,000 to $8,000 playing chess. This guy could not beat me playing chess, and he wouldn't give up. And he would ask you how you want your money. Cash money? Back then, you didn't need no cash money for shit. They sold cigarettes at the commissary. I would get the money sent to my mother, and she put it in my account. Well, put some of it in my account, because I always had a couple $1,000 on my account. Well, anyway, me and him was talking once. We took a break on the chess. And he told me, he said, man, always choose evil over good. Evil always win. And he started naming in the history of mankind different evil people who live to be old ass people. They didn't die young. They died from old age. Now, Cat, I wouldn't consider him evil because that's the way prison was back then. They didn't look at it as correction. They looked at it as punishment. And punish you they was. When a guy went to prison back in the day, you know for a fact, he wasn't going to have no easy road. They're going to work the dog shit out of it. You can make it there, but you're going to work hard as hell every day, except Sunday. They used to work on Saturdays to 12 o'clock on a Saturday. And the only day you got off was that Saturday afternoon and Sunday. Monday, your ass was right back at work. And somebody in the comment section told me that someone told him that Texas inmates never have ate good. I guarantee you whoever said that, they wasn't in Texas prison back in the day. You can ask any old convict, the food was good. All the food was good. Now, they had certain prisons who didn't feed so hot. And back in the day, Eastham didn't feed worth the shit. The food wasn't worth the damn at Eastham. But at the other prison, it was good. You went to the walls, eat all you want. You had Ramsey, eat all you want. Food is good. Prepared just as good as any restaurant. That's how good that food was. Now, I don't know how a guy can speak on something when he's going through third-party information. You wasn't there, so you don't know how the hell the food was. You some old new wave, fucked up ass dude who done came since it's easy now. Hell, prison is easy. If you can avoid that gang bullshit, you good to go. You used to always get on my nerves telling me, I listen at them young guys talking about their hood. I used to look at these fools, man, you don't own shit in that neighborhood. You don't own no property. You don't own shit. And ain't counting the ones who live in government housing, talking about that's his hood. That shit belongs to the government. You don't own a damn thing. Nothing. You just live in that zip code. You don't own shit. Once we was working, we had a new guy in the squad with us. And Johnny Armstrong is the lead role. The lead role means when they working, he the first man out. He sets the work pace. Now this man is in top physical fucking shape. He could work all day in that hot sun in the fields and go in and work out until it's lights out. That's the kind of shape he was in. And he inspired me. Days I didn't have college on, man, I joined in the workout program. Because if you was in good physical shape, you could handle that work. You had to be in good physical shape. And also, they fought a lot. You was in good shape, that's going to win you some fights. And also, it kept you from getting hurt. You take a blow or you get knocked down, you ain't going to break your fucking back and break your leg and all that shit if you in good shape. Now, we was working, chopping corn. Man, this guy was so tired. Johnny Armstrong was at full speed. Now, back in the day, you had to keep up with the lead man. You got to keep up with him. He ain't got to keep up with you. Now, Johnny Armstrong was a fairly decent guy. He gonna set a hell of a pace. The only time he was gonna really slow up is about 30 minutes before it's time to go in. Cause he know we done work hard all fucking day. And he give you a break about 30 minutes before we go in, cause we gotta load up on the trailers. And sometimes they park them damn trailers a mile and a half away. And we gotta go to those trailers. And guys are already tired as hell. And you trying to make it to the trailer where you can get you a seat and sit down and get some rest before we make it to the building. Take you a shower. Well, anyway, this guy was working, and I'm the striker. That means I don't carry a row. Everybody in this squad got a row except me and the file boy. He the one who sharpened the work tools. In Texas, they call it a grubbing hoe, or Aggie. That's what a grubbing hoe is called. Well, anyway, the guy who files the Aggies, he don't carry a row. Me, I walk behind the squad. I be back there with old Lord. If somebody's behind or they left some grass, my job is to go over there and get it, catch this guy up with everybody else. Now, if you working with old Lord, he ain't gonna let you keep catching people up. You got to carry your own damn weight. So a lot of days, man, I didn't have to do shit. I used to just put dirt on my clothes where I look dirty like I did some hell of a work. I be the only son bitch in the work squad with clean clothes on. All the other guys dirty as hell. I'm talking about they are dirty as hell. I just go over there and one day I just went and jumped in the mud just for the hell of it to make my clothes dirty because I really ain't did shit. And anyway, this guy was working Man, I can tell he finna pull some type of stunt. So I kind of eased away from him. And he said, oh Lord, for the love of Christ, will you slow this motherfucker down? Man, I'm tired of hell. I ain't never worked this hard. Oh Lord looked at me and said, shit, we ain't even working yet. We just bullshitting right now. I ain't told old Johnny Armstrong to put it in high gear. He said, we ain't working. He said, oh Lord, I ain't never worked like this. He said, you done worked the hell out of me. He said, I prayed to God to save me. He said, when he was on the water break, I was praying to the Lord to save me. He said, you son of a bitch, you praying to the right one because I'm the Lord. And I said, man, I hope old Lord don't shoot this fool. He done just totally quit. He just quit and sit down. Oh Lord looked at him and said, I tell you what, you sorry son of a bitch. He said, you sit there and get you some rest. He called the water boy over there. We just had water break. He called him over there and told him to bring him some ice water. Back in the day, we didn't drink ice water. Only the guards drink ice water. Inmates didn't drink no ice water. He told the water boy to bring him some ice water over there. So they brought him some ice water. He sit there. And now, when him pulling his bullshit, that makes me have to work. Oh, Lord told me to take his role. I was saying, God damn, wouldn't be for this son of a bitch. I ain't got to do nothing now. I got to work like a motherfucker. But it didn't bother me. Sometimes I would just carry a rope just to show these guys, just because I'm a striker, I can work just as good as Johnny Armstrong. I can keep up with him pace for pace. I'm in good shape just like he is. Don't drink coffee. Don't smoke cigarettes. Don't drink homemade wine. Don't do none of that shit. I'm just like he is. I even stopped drinking soda because he didn't drink soda. He don't drink no sodas. He don't eat no sweets. None of that kind of shit. He all about being in physical shape, taking care of his body. Well, anyway, I'm carrying this roll, and oh Lord tell him he don't want nobody in his work squad like this guy. You know, we found back then there ain't no shit about what asthma was. I look at how this guy breathing and he having an asthma attack. And old Lord called Red Rider over there. Told Red Rider to move this fucker out the squad, put him somewhere else. Well, Lord told him, say, only reason I'm helping you out, nigga, because you call on the Lord. He say, I'm the God of all niggas, so I'm going to help your sorry ass out. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to get you put over there in the guard squad because you can't handle these old boys here. They'll work your ass until your eyeballs pop out. He said, you ain't seen shit. You ain't even motivated. He said, I don't need no motherfucker work with me who ain't motivated because you ain't motivated. I be done shot your goddamn ass. I was listening to him. I was saying to myself, that dude say anything fly. Anything, he finna get shot. I don't give a, you say something fly if you want to, gonna shoot the shit out your ass. And we came back out that afternoon. Red Rider had moved this guy to another work squad, put him in the garden squad. They don't work as hard. A lot of old men in the garden squad. They pick vegetables and all that shit. They don't work hard as the regular field force. Field force, you gonna work, buddy. Yeah. You know, Cat would he basically wouldn't cut you no slack. When it came to work, he wanted every hand on deck. He didn't know no such thing as I'm sick and I can't work. Cat didn't fathom none of that kind of shit. As far as he's concerned, your ass was going to work. And he always would throw it up in a guy's face. You should have worked on the outside. Should have left people's shit alone, and you wouldn't be here. He said, you so sorry that God brought the wrath of me up on your ass, and I'm going to punish you. I noticed he always said punish. He said nothing about no correction. I'm going to punish your ass. And that's how he looked at things. I got to get this video uploaded. I got to make a run to Pleasant Grove. I got a speaking engagement over in Pleasant Grove. And I got to get ready. Got to get shaved and all that shit. Since they paying me, I'm definitely going to be on time. Y'all follow me over on Patreon. Keep your shanks ready. And like and subscribe. I thank you for watching.